amazing creators on YouTube creating content today. So you're all in for a huge treat, and we're going to have a blast finding our stuff. Who here vlogs? Oh. 2015. Who here doesn't vlog?
Who here watches vlogs?
Yeah, who here watches vlogs? That's a great question too. Are you guys sisters? Yeah, you are. I have a sixth sense. Should I wait for Emma or?
I saw her. Yeah, I think
she's here in the crowd somewhere. Look to your right and look to your left. And one of those people is Emma BLACKERY. Please send her out.
I'm actually really excited to hear her. She's not doing it, but I'm really excited to hear her.
Yeah.
And she's like, she has to sit next to me.
Unless Nathan, you want to switch? Just decide real quick.
Don't do this.
Do you guys ever see those things on Instagram where it's the circle and the seats and it says tag yourself and which YouTubers you'd sit next to? I feel a bit like that right now. Yes!
That's great. Should we all take a second while we wait for Emma and just Snapchat this?
Absolutely.
Let's do that.
Everyone either in Snapchat.
Everyone take on your Snapchat. Snapchat. All right, so on 3, I'm gonna have you guys just like go wild. And
not ready. Yeah, me either. Not ready either. Wow, I just saw myself like her face camera.
I hope this blows up Snapchat.
all right, on 3, ready? 1. Hold on, wait, on 4. Are you guys on 15? Ready? Do it on 3. 1, 2, 3. A lot of screaming. Give her a finger in pain. And here she comes! I like that you all inferred that it meant your hands. That was very nice. Emma.
Get together, don't
I
tell
got
her.
lost and it was late. There were sandwiches in the back room. And then I looked at my clock. I was like, hey, it's half 4. We should get going. Everyone had gone. Sorry. That was always just
11:30, right? Not 11:30. I never remember.
Was that Greenwich Mean Time?
Yeah, I don't know what fucking time it is right now. I'm probably asleep.
In sandwich time.
These are cool night food.
That's right, you guys. This is happening.
It wasn't meant to be a diva shoot for like diva shoot lady. Like, I'm not turning up with these guys. I genuinely am really useless, so sorry.
Well, I think it's a good time now to start the panel. Let me introduce everybody. To my right is ALLI Speed. Good. ALLI creates Q&As, all videos, drunk gaming, cooking and baking, life vlogging, and a mixed bag of everything. It's a documentary on her life and travels. Welcome, ALLI Speed. Followed by, give it up again. We'll have time for 5 questions. Emma BLACKERY. Emma is an insight into her antisocial, horrifically awkward brain, in her own words.
I said that? I didn't say that.
It's on your YouTube channel. Yeah. She does Q&As, music, beauty advice, and comedy sketches. Yeah. TESSA Violet does advice videos, music, out and about vlogs put together for TESSA Violet. Nathan Zed, or as you might know him, the third Q. Providing the internet with philosophical and insightful sketch comedy. So, So, needless to say, vlog is a very, very diverse word. It can mean a multitude of different things. And the big question here is, how do you stand out and how do you find your style? So, the first thing that I kind of want to just open-ended to anyone on the panel that wants to answer it is do you feel like you have a distinct style?
Is like having a zero plan or schedule is a style, then hell yeah. No, I don't think so. I mean, I just try to be. It freedom myself. But like, I really am just trying to be, you know, the closest thing to me. I'm obviously not like that loud all the time. I'm pretty loud, but you know, being like overly, sometimes you gotta hype stuff a little bit in the videos, like, you know, but for the most part, I try to be myself. That's my style, I guess.
I started 3 years ago by ripping up people that I thought were hot. And I've changed a little bit, but not much. No, I don't know. I don't think what I do is original at all. I just get mad at a camera and do, you know, sketch stuff. But it's been done for years before I got here, and it'll be done in 3 years after I'm gone. So nothing original. Just the personality that comes with it. That everyone's different, so everyone adds their twist to it, I guess. I don't know. I just rip people off. That's great.
Yeah, I'd echo that sentiment, and that vlogging sort of has been done at this point. It's 7 years deep or something, and for me, I think just say it in my own way, but pretty much talk about the same sort of stuff that's been talked about. Like getting a really cool looking copy. Talk about that one. You should watch that.
I hate coffee. There was a bit of I hate coffee. I just felt like it was quiet. Oh, you, She's drinking coffee. Sorry.
Oh yeah, so you should have a lot of
Nate, did you do a review of stuff?
Alright, so, well, what I try to do is I do like comedy.
Mike?
But I try to.
There should be a sign that says, please pull the microphone. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So, I try to do like comedy, but I also try to have something that you can walk away with. Like, Zay Frank, in maybe it was 2010. He was on stage and he said something. He was like, the most incredible gift you can give to someone in a video is help them feel less alone. And that really hit me. I don't know why, but that inspired me to make different types of videos from that point on. And those videos are the reason, like, they succeeded, and that's the reason. He said that sentence, and I'm here. So, cause like, I realized I'm in a position of like, I have a voice, I have a platform, and I'm 18, and there's a lot of, that's like what most of the people, that age range, I'm the same age as a lot of my viewers. So, it's not about the money, like, it's not about getting this paper, you know what I mean? Like, I can make money, I could like, sell meth or something, like there's a 5-season tutorial on how to run a meth empire. So, if I wanted to make money, I could do it in different ways, but I realized like I can make an impact, like, we're all in a position where we can, like, I'm saying like so many times, where we can inspire a whole generation of kids to love themselves, to be socially aware, to be passionate about changing things. And I feel like if I could do that through comedy, then I've succeeded. So I think that's what, like, my style is. So, yeah, that went on for way too long.
Oh, that was the plan. So vlogging is very much an art form that imitates life, and I feel like each of you put your life and perspectives into your vlog. So I do want to ask you, what won't you show your audience? Do you draw any hard lines between your personal life and what you will portray on the internet?
I don't poop on YouTube.
It's so funny because I was just going to say that actually 5 minutes ago I Snapchatted that I was pooping in the public.
Maybe we're not going to get on very well. I mean, I share most things, to be honest. Like, I share like the recent diagnosis I had, and I share like my family and stuff like that because, you know, there are a lot of YouTubers out there, a lot, and this is just a vague thing. There's no shade, don't get on them, but. There are a lot who don't share a lot of their lives because they just want to be very vanilla and very relatable in that, oh wow, they breathe the same air too, look at them, I'm going to subscribe to them because they're friendly. But I would rather be more real, like, you know, I hate the saying, you know, you're friends, not fans, because at the end of the day, when those people who say that get big, you can't be that close to everybody, but I try to be as close as I can without being able to interact with everybody by sharing my life just as I would if I did know all of you. I don't really understand why people would, you know, hide parts of their life because, you know, just find it so strange that people, even people that do daily vlogs, they'll just cut out the bits that they don't want to see. And I don't get that. It's stupid. It's not real. Sorry.
I think in my video vlogs, I'm pretty concise. I don't do too much daily stuff, so mostly I do advice or music, but as far as meeting people personally, I'm pretty willing to talk about whatever. I'm eager to talk about, depression or anxiety and worth. If there were one thing I would say I don't talk about with people, it's something that maybe involves someone else, like another YouTuber. Every now and then I get a question where I'm like, well, not really any of my business. But besides that, I feel pretty okay talking about anything in my life. Not on camera always, though.
I think there's definitely a line that you should draw because your audience doesn't know you. So sometimes I've seen instances where an audience gets too close and they think that you're obligated to tell them everything when you're not. So personally, I don't really talk about my family. I never show my family. So you just get to see this ugly face. But I don't maybe just let school and personal. But I think it's just my personality and what I'm talking about in the subject of the video. But I don't really go around. I don't know. But I kind of agree with what you said about. There's nothing really wrong with it. But I just think you should definitely pick a point where you don't want to talk about some things. That makes sense.
That was my takeaway out on this. I mean, this is a difficult one for me because I've gone through a lot of stuff in my personal life, and I did daily vlogs for a really long time, and I think I actually kind of touched on this, and I did an interview earlier this morning, and we sort of talked for a couple seconds about it. I think there's something really special and really important about, when you get to a certain point on YouTube and you have a reach and a voice, you can really actually do a lot of good from sharing some stuff that's really difficult for you, because a lot of people are probably going through something similar or can relate to you in that way, and that's cathartic. And I think it can be therapeutic for both parties, and I think it's really important to be honest with that stuff. But I do, that said, I also kind of do agree, that there are some things personal relationships or some things there's some kind of drama. I really try to steer clear of that stuff, and it's not because I don't want people to know that there's drama in my life. It's always apparent and drama always gets out, but it's just because I choose not to focus on that stuff in my daily life, so I don't want you guys to get hung up on that. I'd rather you guys see, the stuff that I'm trying to accomplish, and I'd rather you guys be a part of the successes than what would be considered a failure. So that's kind of where I stand, I guess, on that.
So what's interesting here is that each of these creators have a different opinion on this matter, and that helps define their style. So as you guys listen to these answers, kind of really
Nicely done.
be present to what this panel is about, and hopefully you'll find that there is no one right way to go about vlogging and finding your style.
Thank you for saying that. That's
Sure.
so true.
Thank you. The next question I have for you guys is about the aesthetic, about the look of your videos. How much thought, if any, goes into the aesthetic of your videos? ALLI?
I have a nice set of lights and a pretty decent camera, but no, I'm not very high production. I'm just not that great with tech. It's not that it's not something I would like to research or become a little bit more in tune with, but at this point I'm definitely not striving for a feature film quality video. But I really do, my stuff doesn't really call for that. I know doing music videos, doing really high production stuff, that's amazing, and there are heaps of really talented people doing that. But mine is definitely way more a home video style, just me and a camera hanging out. I do have, I invested in a much better vlog camera than I used to have, so it's not but no, I think it depends on the person. Some people really enjoy the high quality of content. That's what people are into. They like that, they're studying that, they are looking for that. For me, it's more a personality thing, I guess.
Would you agree that when it comes to success in vlogging on YouTube, the quality of the audio is more important than the video?
I think audio is probably more important, and a lot of people struggle with a lot of the older Canon cameras when they move the mics a lot, and some people especially if you have somebody else film something, if you wrap the top, that's the mic, and people are actually making tutorials on how to create a little buffer area so that you wouldn't cover the mic, and people were trying to figure out how to prevent wind from ruining the audio. Yeah, the audio is super important. Super important.
You guys all have very different styles, so please continue to weigh in on that.
also my production value's gone up a little bit because my boyfriend moved in and he knows how to actually use cameras. Compared to me who just bought a Canon camera and was like, I'm never going to be able to use this properly. But at the end of the day, I think as ALLI and Tessa were saying, like, audio is very important. I uploaded a sketch a few weeks ago where I put the headphone jack in the wrong, I put the cable in the headphone jack and the audio was so bad, even though the video, which I thought was really funny, I hated it because the audio was really, really, really bad and you couldn't understand what I was saying and it was really bad. And I would say also that if you're going to be vlogging, sorry if I'm not making much sense, I'm really jet lagged now again. But I would say that at the end of the day, people don't care. They come with the quality and they go, oh wow, that looks really great, that thumbnail looks great, wow, that's so great, but they'll say what you have to say. You can have like an Arri Alexa, which is a massive film camera, but if you're boring and you just chat shit and you don't know what you're doing and you're not engaging with people, they're not going to come back. And that's as simple as it is. People get hooked on your personality, not what camera you have.
I love the idea of chat shit being the name for a show.
It's a very Essex thing to say.
Yeah.
Or a new app that is exclusively Snapchat.
Well,
You really need to copyright that really fast.
Oh, also really fast, I'm so sorry. I just wanted to touch this again. Touch it again.
Just a minute. You can touch me already. Wait till after. People here. They get performance anxiety, Evan.
Okay, so that's really good. That's good stuff. Rewind here. The thing you were saying about the audio being really important. Another thing for me that I focus really hard on, because you're talking about being engaging and keeping people like actively, interested in the video. Cutting out gaps in audio is, to me, huge for vlogging. Like, it needs to be like you are running over yourself when you're like, that is so important, I think. Not everybody's style of videos calls for that, but mine specifically, I try to have like 0 gaps. It just keeps, there's just always something happening. It's like, as soon as you're like, I'm bored with this, it's like, it just runs over itself, like jump cuts, it helps.
I do that, and I once had this really, really creepy guy get really mad and make a ranting video about how I use lots of jump cuts, and did like a hate video because I use jump cuts. And like people were saying, I hate when you do your audio. It's like the audio starts before the video is there, but I'm just like, well, otherwise you're bored. Just take it from me. I know what you want to hear.
Well, you're always going to do something.
Oh, so don't worry.
I think it was Elliot Morgan who said that jump cuts are the laugh track of YouTube.
Yeah.
I noticed that. It's just like when you put the jump cut after like a punchline or something, like it really makes it sink.
It makes the pace quicker.
Yeah. Editing, I didn't write down a question for editing, but if you guys want to, I'll moderate it. We'll come back.
Basically, either have jump cuts or a laughter track. Pick one, or just don't let it be a laugh.
I really want to see a huge YouTube channel with
I'm gonna do that.
Do it.
Just the one video.
I'll chat shit to everyone.
Tessa, aesthetics.
I would say that I probably have relatively high production vlogs. I like fancy lighting and I like to track words and stuff in there. But just because it's something I like to do, I like to spend 12 hours doing that stuff. Not at all necessary. Content is king. Say interesting things, and that stuff is all just like extra. Go for content first, audio quality second, and videos like whatever. Unless you want it, you'll love it.
She did.
I have this great lighting system called the Sun. This tripod called 5 Stacks, just books. I'm not trying to be like, you don't need to buy all this equipment, you don't need all that money. I'm just broken.
But everybody started there. That's true. That's the whole setup.
So personally, I just think that your voice and personality transcends any type of equipment that you use. But if you're going to use that, that's also good. The jump cut thing, I do that a lot. It's like if you have a joke that might not be funny to someone, it's too late. We're already on to the next joke, right? So,
Yeah.
to Nathan and Tessa. Talk a little bit about your editing style, because I know Nathan, you use a lot of like image overlays in your videos, and
I'm pretty much just a easy waiter blind version.
That answers my question. No, we did vlog, don't worry. It was a Chicago. But I mean, like, how long does it take you to edit a vlog?
It depends on the vlog, but usually 2 to 5. The longest I've ever had was like 10 hours. But yeah, I enjoy editing. No, actually, I hate the sound like this. I don't know what I'm talking about. But it's easier than vlogging, because vlogging, I'm like yelling at a camera for 2 hours. It's tiring. But I'm just sitting there. I'm just chilling. It's not bad. You?
What was the question? Sorry.
Editing and how long it takes you to answer.
Oh, editing. I would say 8 hours is about average for me. I usually film like 17 minutes of content, and it takes me 8 hours to trim that down and add whatever text I want to add or anything. Was there another part of that question?
Well, I wanted to know like your editing aesthetic. Like do you have a certain method that you use to edit? Because this is interesting.
Yeah.
You take 17 minutes and cut it down to about like what, 5?
4 is usually my average. I go through and first thing I do is I cut out like any big giant gaps or any moments where I'm like this. I do a lot of like talking quietly to myself before I deliver the line. So just cut out big gaps, and that's like the initial run through, and then go through and methodically figure out like where does that jump cut land, where can it just be, go through. I used to do a jump cut absolutely every silence in my vlogs, and now I do it more podcast style, I guess. It feels a little more long form with just the jump cuts where in between the takes I was like, yeah.
That's so interesting, because I remember when I first started vlogging, like I would get really self-conscious about when I'd start a sentence and trip up and then like have to start over again. Does anyone like have to experience that? And then I started working with like bigger YouTubers, like Brett the intern who's on the station too. And like I remember watching him from like behind the camera, and he'd be like, "What's up? Well, what's up?" And then he'd do it until he get it right. And like, oh, everybody does that. It's not just me. Like even the professionals have those like brain fart moments where they just stare blankly into the camera.
I'm having a brain fart right now. But
We'll jump kind of around it.
right, if you could edit it that way. But like all the amount of times I'm going, but like that here, that's what I do when I film. And but I know a lot of you have said like you understand and you make your own content. I think that's fantastic. And don't ever give up if you are doing that, because you're the future generation and stuff. That was supposed to sound more inspirational than but for those of you who don't make videos, so you're doing it again, I'm just a big brain fart today. If you can see the unedited footage of all of us doing a 3-minute video, you would be so unimpressed by us. You would just see us looking at our phones and the notes, putting it down and reshuffling or leaning back again on Snapchat and sit back up. And seriously, you would just be like, what? But I do want to say this. There are a lot of people who say that YouTubers have it easy, and I agree. I want to say that we do. We have a very, very lucky job. And I used to always complain on Twitter like, oh, it's so hard. Editing is so hard. I'm so mad at people doing that sort of stuff. But if you think that YouTubers have it easy, that's completely fine. But please, if you feel like that, just please don't say that all YouTubers do is sit there for 5 minutes a week. Because it's not 5 minutes a week. It will literally be maybe an hour of filming, up to 8-10 hours of editing, uploading it, like awful Wi-Fi takes hours and hours, posting on social media and stuff. I promise you it's not.
Sims thing?
Yeah, that took about 2 weeks to, like, between shots to film. It took about 20 hours of editing. I was editing right up until I had about an hour before I left my taxi to get to the airport. So all I'm saying is that's fine. If you think on YouTube have it easy and you want to complain about it, bitch about it, please by all means do. But please don't ever think that we just sit there for 5 minutes a week. Because I promise you, if it was that easy, I don't know, that'd be great. but it's not. So I'm not saying we have it hard. I'm just saying please don't ever underestimate how much we do. So there you go. Yeah.
So there's a big difference between an idea and then an end result. So I want to ask you guys individually, what did you set out to make, and how did you feel that's different than what you actually wound up with?
Like a specific project?
No, I mean just like, well, you know, if you have a specific project in mind, run with it. But I mean, like, if you were like, okay, like I'm going to make my videos like this, and then it, you know, like something did roll with the punches.
Wait, are you talking about like how we started YouTube?
Not YouTube in general. I want to talk about the specific video creation process. Like, what do you set out to make, and how is that different from what you wind up with? And is it the same? I guess that's.
Mine is usually completely the same as it is in my head, because my ideas are kind of simple. I talk and then I do a sketch, but I storyboard out my sketches. I know where I'm going to be and the different cuts and stuff, and I edit it exactly how it is in my head. So if you think my videos suck, well, that's a shame. I can't blame on editing because they suck in my head too. So there you go. They're exactly the same. What a boring answer. Nothing changed.
No, that's really neat, because I don't have that process at all. Like, I have an idea. I basically start out with, you know, like a concept or a topic or something. And I find a lot of times, as I'm talking, as I'm kind of, you know, going through the points, and I mean, sometimes I'll make a list in my phone if I'm trying to hit specific points throughout the video, but I will actually most oftentimes come up with new ideas for kind of background little clips or B-roll or whatever as I'm talking. I'll be like, I need to cut this in right here. Like, I usually don't have a plan ahead of time. Like, I don't storyboard anything.
I wish I was you.
Like at the beginning, when I have like an idea or I'm writing an idea, I'm like, this is hilarious. This is 2 million views material. So I'm like, I get to that point and then I film it and I edit. I'm like, Jesus, this is the worst thing. But then I'm like, okay, I spent like 5 hours on this. And then by the end of it, I'm like, all right, it's okay. I don't think it's that bad. And I upload it. Everyone's like, this is the best video you've ever made. I'm like, what?
It's hard when you see it over and over again.
Yeah.
It's garbage.
So that's literally the process every single time. So I honestly don't even know what I'm doing anymore. But that's my tagline. I don't even know.
I only had that, can I just say? I uploaded a video about if social media websites went on dates, and it was in my head. I was like, this is a really dumb idea. Why am I uploading this? I edited, and I was just like, this is so embarrassing. And then I started getting loads of comments like, this is the best video you've ever made. I was like, well, that's an insult to my good shit. Thanks. And then it got like 2 million views. I was like, why does my pure old shit go viral once I spend hours on getting nowhere? So now I just, whenever I think an idea of shit in my head, I'm like, this is great. It's so shit, I love it. So that's a good thing. If your video sucks, upload it. It will go viral. Yeah.
It sort of depends on what world of creativity it's in for me. I find that I have the most experience of aiming for something and ending somewhere else in songwriting. Like, I think, okay, here's what I'm writing about. It's sassy. It's like funny, and I'm aiming for like this Paramore style song. Like, let's go get 'em. And it ends up going like, pew. Here I am over at Fun, the band, FUN period. And to me, when I finish it, and Rusty, who might be here, he's also a songwriter, and I have this conversation with him pretty much every time I finish a song. I'm like, I finished this stupid song. I worked so hard on it. I was trying for this thing, and it's so dumb now. And he's like, what do you mean? The song is great. This is a good song.
It's because you heard it so many times.
Yeah, and it's because it's not what I was planning. And to me, if I don't hit the bullseye of what I wanted, I think this is bad. But that's not true, and people who hear the song have no idea what you were aiming for. So if you get hung up on the idea of waiting for perfection before you release something, you will never release anything. Perfection is the enemy of getting stuff done.
Gosh, that was so
That's
good.
completely true.
That was totally.
Were you aiming to say that because it came out perfectly?
You know what you plan this out, like you have notes, you're actually reading notes, aren't you?
Someone prepared a speech in front of their mirror before they came in.
I have like 8 sound bits. Pretty much, if you've ever seen me on another panel, you'll probably hear me repeat one of them.
Yeah.
Pull them out like cards, like shit and failing with the good bit.
What do you feel like you bring to your audience that's unique to YouTube?
Those faces.
You better shit chat that shit immediately.
I would watch whatever show this is.
I wouldn't.
Full-weight live channel happening next week with all 4 of us. You can join everyone.
I'll play.
Sweet. 5-weight live channel coming your way this week. I don't know. I
Awesome panelists.
Yeah.
We should do a podcast. It'd be great.
Then they can't see our fancy eyebrow raises.
All my gestures are, it smells of cheese in here. I don't know why I bring free entertainment in exchange for you watching a really crappy 30-second unskippable ad. Yes, it's my job. I don't know, what do I bring? Oh god, that's horrible. I bring nothing to life. My life is meaningless. I was having a really good morning. I woke up at 5 a.m., I hit 1 million subscribers, and now... Nathan brings the value on my behalf.
Oh, I got you all. You're great. I think that what I was saying before is like what I can bring unique to YouTube.
There you go. That's
yeah,
it.
that was good.
That's the part.
But oh my god, I really don't know.
I know, it makes you feel like shit, right?
I've got a good answer for this
I
one.
think this is a job interview.
You already answered, you said you bring you.
But it's more of that.
Who do you want to bring?
How many people in this room know of Zay Frank? Okay, if you don't know Zay Frank, but you make videos, you don't realize that you are doing Zay Frank. Everyone in YouTube now, Zay was the first video blogger. He made videos on his own website, and if you watch Hank, or you watch someone who watched Hank Green, John Green, like, we're all just trickle-down effect from there. So don't like shit versions. Yes. Shit versions. Yes. Don't worry about needing to be the first to do something, because it's been done. Yeah. Especially like on the internet. It's all been done 1,000 times. And you can't let that stop you. That's what I was like. Yeah, it's true that none of this is original, but you can't sit there and be like, well, I mean, this goes along with like, don't strive for perfection and never post anything. Like, you can't just sit there in your room with your camera ready to go and be like, I guess I'm just not gonna do this because someone else has done it and probably done it better. Like that is not, you do not need to worry about that. YouTube is not, I mean, in my eyes, it's not a competition. Like, yeah, everybody is technically your competitor because if they're watching their videos, that means they're not watching your videos necessarily at that exact moment. But like, it's not like a huge contest. Like, you need to do the best you that you can do and put that out there. And like, if people like that, then that's amazing. And then you'll probably meet some really badass people and want to keep going. Like, it just takes a little bit of courage, and it is really difficult. And I know a lot of people, a lot of people on YouTube like struggle even in like, they struggle in their own personal life, in their own personal situations. But talking to a camera is really different. I mean, it's not as stressful. You can fuck up. Sorry, I said fuck again. And then you can, edit it. You can practice improving yourself. I mean, I have learned a lot about myself from vlogging, like stuff I never knew, the stuff I never thought I was afraid of or I liked. I mean, I watch a video and I'm like, oh, I do that a lot. I guess I like that. Just like basics, like, oh, do you want to, like, you look in your closet, everything's black, I guess you like black. Like you see yourself doing the same thing over and over again. You start to realize things and you can make small improvements and tweak stuff, and it's a really good way to not only get to know a bunch of awesome people, but get to know yourself.
I just want to add something real quick on something that you said. It's a little bit of a tangent, but if I could impart one piece of advice to anybody that makes videos, and I've had to learn this the hard way, and I still fuck up, I'm quoting you now, too. If you're making videos, please never ever focus on what other people are doing. Please don't focus on other people's drama. Please don't get yourself involved in drama, and only ever just focus on your videos and making new videos, coming up with new ideas, and just getting better. Because I've made that mistake and I've fallen off so many hurdles getting involved with other people's shit on Twitter and making enemies and shit like that. And instead of just focusing on my own stuff and doing what I want to do and wasting time on Twitter being yelled at for being a drama queen and all that stuff, just focus on you and don't get that reputation for being someone that talks about other YouTubers. For crying out loud, please don't end up like me, what I do.
Scared straight.
Yeah, there you go. Don't do drugs, kids.
This is so interesting because this question I felt like was the hardest for you guys to answer. but I feel like it would be the easiest for all of you to answer.
I was gonna say, we should just
Yeah,
ask you.
that's my thing. How many here, raise your hand, think that you know what you feel like these people bring that's unique to YouTube?
Uh-oh.
That backfired, didn't it?
I agree with
Do you have an answer? What's your answer?
Well, I was going to say, at least for Emma, she brings a very real sense, kind of like Jenna Marbles, you're female, but you're not, afraid to curse and say how it is. You're not this delicate stereotype.
Yeah, fuck that. You are that female stereotype, and that is you. You fucking rock it, and you do that. If you want to be a beauty blogger, like some people, like my friends say, oh, why aren't there no female comedy? Why are there no female? If you want to do beauty, fucking do it. And if you are a really, really female stereotype, fucking be that. But if you're not, then that's okay too. Just be exactly who you are, and that's. Oh, I can sound cheeky. But seriously, whatever you are, no matter what, if you are a stereotype or not, just stick to it, and you do you.
When are you supposed to be done?
We have 30 minutes left? We have
20.
20? Okay, cool. So we
I just saw.
Let's just talk a little slower.
10 minutes left? Well, I have more questions, but I want to make sure that we're
Oh.
not, because I do want to go to you guys for some Q&A as well. But we've 45 minutes left. Oh, okay, good. Then we'll keep going.
I can't wait.
Just talk loads, and then when it comes to everybody, just run really fast.
Oh yeah, that'll get a lot of how do you guys come up with video ideas?
Honestly, a lot of times I will just go out in public and I will overhear something ridiculous and amazing, and I'm like, I am doing that. I will talk about that. And then I will just repeat it and pretend like I am.
You came up with it.
3 places. In bed at 3 o'clock in the morning when you can't bother to write your idea down and wake up in the morning it's completely gone and you hate yourself. 2, in the shower when you're like, I'm going to write this down when I get out of here, and then you forget to write it down. All that shit. And number 3, when you're having shit and you've got your phone on you and you're like, this is a great idea! Most of my ideas are shit because they come from me doing shit. See, this is why I share my things, and I like getting personal. There is no line, alright? I didn't vlog it. I was good on my phone.
I think I get a lot of my video ideas from life lessons. Like when I feel humility or humiliated, I think, oh, I just learned something. What is it? And I'm not in therapy right now, but when I was, I really enjoyed the process of exorcising as an exorcism demons and issues. And I feel like vlogging is a way to do that, to talk through, like, what am I feeling, why am I feeling this way, how am I acting this way, how can I apply this to understanding and empathizing better with others. And it's helpful for me, so...
Do you ever come up with your ideas in the toilet? Because you've just made me feel really, really humiliated. You do yours in therapy, and I'm just off the toilet. I wish you'd answered before me. What she said. Humiliation and, raw emotion.
Yeah. I also have friends who are, like, way smarter than I am. Like, I have friends who are counselors, and they say stuff to me sometimes. I'm like, I'm gonna write that down. Can you repeat that again slowly? So, yeah.
Steal all my ideas. I haven't made a video. Okay, I was kidding, but I haven't made a video in like 2 months. I'm on like a super writer's blog, but when I do think about ideas, they're usually just like living life. I think the reason I haven't made anything is because I'm not out of the house at all. Like in my school and stuff, when I'm talking to people, like ideas come around. But now I'm just in my bed.
I would definitely recommend having a poop idea. Take a don't shit the bed.
But yeah, just experiencing things, being with people, the internet. A lot of stuff happens on the internet, and I just want to talk about it. So.
She asked me what shit the bed.
I'm like, doesn't that mean freak out? Like, I've heard rich people say, like,
Yeah, it
shit
doesn't
the
mean
bed.
freak out. It also means please don't shit the bed.
You can get you a bedpan if you're really into the idea. What?
I am so chat shit.
Oh, chamber pot. Chamber pot, that's what I'm thinking of. See, I'm like cheese and I like food things.
Really gone off the walls with this one. Do you guys ever struggle with trying to create a video that you believe will be successful versus one that you feel comes from your heart?
I used to do videos that I would hope would be successful. Like, that's when I was trying to like get up there, but then I realized I wasn't enjoying it. Like right now, I'm trying to do, for example, if you're, a good way to make videos that would be successful is to talk about a topic that's like popular right now. But right now, right now I'm trying to do things that I feel like will last. I want to make a video now that you can watch in a year and you can still enjoy it. If I made a video about like the Kylie Jenner challenge or something that I was going to do, no one cares about that right now. So, I hope none of you guys made a video about the Kylie Jenner challenge.
We all did.
Oh, but yeah, I have to be comfortable with it right now, and I really don't care about making it successful. But usually when I'm comfortable with the idea, those videos become the most successful. When I'm not trying to make them successful, I realize. So that's a good thing that's happening.
I would say on that point that when you start blowing up and you get more subscribers, there's this idea in your head when you're small that I'll get big and then I'll be happy, and success does not mean happiness on YouTube at all. If you are doing videos to be successful and you're doing viral videos and stuff, and they're genuinely your ideas and you love them, then that's great. But if you're doing them but you're not enjoying them and you're not speaking your mind when you really, really want to, like Nathan does and I occasionally do, then you will be unhappy and you need to just be, I don't want to say be yourself again. I already said that, but success does not equal happiness. Like 1 million subscribers shouldn't be your goal. I mean, it's great. Don't get me wrong. It's great.
She has a million subscribers.
I did mention it. But no, I would say don't aim high for sure. Like always aim to be better. Don't aim to be bigger. Aim to get better. That's great.
Oh, but then they're it's about striking a balance, at least for me. I mean, you're gonna run into a situation where a lot of people are asking you for a specific type of content or have a specific topic that they want to hear you cover. And I think that, your audience is there supporting you. Like, you wouldn't have what you have without them, so you can't, I would say don't completely ignore what people are asking you for. I think it's really important to keep the people that are supporting you happy. That's a healthy relationship. Like, we want to keep this going. But I also think that it's tough because you need to make stuff that you care about. You need to make content that is you, that you love, and that you are proud of posting. But I also think that, there's something to be said for doing stuff that's a little bit on trend. Like, that will help you grow. That is really important. You do need to pay attention to, what is popular and what people are looking for, because that will only help you later on. And then maybe once you get to that big point, and maybe, of course being huge is not necessarily that is not the only way to be a YouTuber. Like, having 10 million subscribers is amazing, but that is not the only way to be successful. But I will say that once you get to that point, you will have a little bit more freedom. So it is really nice to, find a balance in the beginning of doing what's popular, what people want to see, in combination with little things that are really you, and then slowly you can transition into more of what you want. And as you grow and as people come to love you, love what you do, love your personality, love your content, then you'll have more freedom.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Woo!
What does the audience's interaction play? What role does the audience interaction play in your videos?
God, it's huge. I love talking to you guys. There are random situations which I hate when I have to upload a video because something screwed up and I have to leave and then I can't talk to you guys. But I always try to stay, at least for the first 150, 200 people that are coming to comment and talk to them. Like, you guys are there right when I'm uploading a video, you're supporting me, you guys are always there. Like, I see the same faces and the same names. Like, I recognize people. I've seen people that I talk to regularly on Twitter at these events. And that is really important to me. I mean, you guys are why we're here. Like, I don't know, it is so much about us and what we're doing. Like, we are the personality, we're whatever, we're great, we're what you're here to see, I guess. But it's also who cares? cares if there's no one there? Like, you guys are the ones supporting us, and if tomorrow you guys decided that you don't want to watch us anymore, we're out of a job. So, like, I think you guys are everything. You guys are the most important part. Like, that's what supports us. That's how we can do this as a job. We're lucky.
Yeah. What?
What role does the audience interaction play in your video?
Most people tell me they like my hair. And apparently I look like a boy now. That's a comment that I get. No, I listen to my audience. I think, if I'm wrong, then please tell me. But if a lot of people ask me on Twitter and YouTube to make a video on a certain topic, then I'll look at it and I will genuinely consider it, and I'll say, is this something that I feel I can speak on? Do I have the authority and experience to give my opinions on this, or would I just be, if someone asked me to make a video on domestic violence or something like that, I wouldn't know what to do on that because I've never experienced it. So I think if there's something that people really want to see and I can do it, then I will. I make a variety of advice videos and comedy videos and sometimes music. I should do more music, but I don't. I like to sort of, do all of it, but basically, like Ali said, if it wasn't for our audiences, then we wouldn't be on this panel right now. I would be in California right now, I'd still be waitressing right now, and my life would pretty much suck. And I think when I see YouTubers who say, oh, I love you guys so much, you are everything to me, but they don't listen to a single thing you say, and they're rude at meetups and stuff, I just think, what the fuck are you doing? It's stupid. So, sorry, I'm just, it's not even that's the same one person or anything, I can pick out a few, but I just, no, I just want to say, because I hate it when people come out of the panel going, I'm a bitch today about this person, but I think all YouTubers should treat their audience with respect and stuff, and I don't see enough of that. But if you ever feel like a YouTuber isn't treating you with respect, just remind them why the fuck they're there in the first place. Yeah. That'll teach you. Don't do that. They'll starve. Don't do it to me. I will starve. Anyway, Tessa?
The audience interaction, what role does it play in your content?
Sorry.
It's okay. Because we were talking about success and stuff before, and a lot of numbers and stuff. But I looked it up because Mike Falzone told me something recently. He was like, does anyone know Mike Falzone? Never judge your success by someone else's definition of success. So that's always just something to keep in mind. When it comes to interaction, I personally try my best to interact with my followers because I know I enjoyed it when I was just someone watching.
Yeah,
I'm still
like
watching
you were there.
YouTube, but before I made YouTube videos, I loved it when someone would favorite my tweet or reply. So I would DM followers for fun. I'm not gonna I do that sometimes, but not the retweet for a DM. You don't get it, but I try to just do it for fun. So I think if you have not a relationship, but I think an audience knows when you actually care. So if you're just not going to interact and you're just on a wall type, I don't know. But I just try my best to do it.
Can I hear the question one more time? I'm sorry. It's so complex, and I want to have a concise answer.
Yeah. What role does the audience interaction play in your content?
Did I answer the question?
What role does the audience interaction play in your content? I have been on YouTube a very, very long time. And since I was very young, since I was 17.
I watched it when I was 12.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I'm 25 now, so in that amount of time, I've sort of transformed from a wee lass to a full-fledged adult. And during that transition, also experienced an incredible rise in popularity and validation through the success of thinking so many people like me. And then the madness that comes from thinking, oh, my career is based on people liking me. I better be likable. and letting that feed into anxiety and sort of become an incredible negative force in my life, and letting the interaction between my pseudo-self, who I put online, and this sort of mass of audience be the main driving force in my life. And you know, since that time I've sort of descended in popularity, and since then I've had more of an opportunity to speak to people on a person-to-person basis and get to know people, even if minorly, as individuals and not as a group sum. And that's been really powerful in my life and really changing. And I guess I don't really speak to people too much online. Like, I respond to comments, but you know, it's pretty surface level, and I really enjoy the interaction of getting to speak to people at shows and learn about them and try to learn their names. Sometimes I do. We were just at Portland together.
Start with an N.
An M?
N.
N.
Nathan.
Nicole.
Nicole, what's up? Yeah, did that answer the question?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, like that was, I found that to be very profound. That was great. And now we're going to go to you guys. You guys are going to clean up my mess and start to ask some questions that you actually want to answer. So we've got our lovely, what's your name? Ollie? Emily. I was way off. Emily. I know. It's terrible at it. Emily's going to walk around and hand you guys a microphone. Let's start with what? You're pointing over there like someone's really itching. Oh, and we have another one. What's your name? Kendra? No, Katie. Katie also has a microphone over there. So let's go with you in the number 31. Jump right.
I thought you meant that everyone didn't sign your number. That would be really weird. 246, come on!
From the Midwest, I have a statement and a question. So the statement is for Emma and ALLI. I think you should call your app Snapchat. It's catchy.
Wow. Do you want to be like our marketing director?
I would like to be cited for any and all.
You're hired already. Snapchat, that's the thing.
On top of that, my question is...
Ghost emoji. We took emoji.
At the end of today, if there's a graphic designer, I want you guys to tweet it at us.
Business partners. We'll talk later. Anyway, my question is, we don't really get to see the equipment that you use for audio and video, and that's always one of the most interesting things to me. So, what kind of equipment do you guys use to achieve your aesthetic in your vlogs?
Good question.
Yeah, it's a great question. I have a set of low D-Lights that I love, and I use Canon 7D to film videos when I'm just like sat in front of the camera. But my vlogging camera is a Sony RX100. It's a Mark III, but they just announced the Mark IV. It shoots 4K 5 minutes at a time. It's got a really good sensor. It's like freaking $1,000. I'm like, Jesus, I want it. But we'll see. Yeah.
Sorry, where am I? I feel like I'm just descended into some sort of like really nerdy camera convention. The NX4 is coming out!
Oh, we got a warning.
I will say that the Rebel T3i is a cheaper version of the Canon cameras because it has a lighter body and it's made out of plastic. And what matters is your lens.
Yeah.
So if you want to buy a cheaper body, but spend more on the lens.
Can you buy an adapter to like fit a Canon lens on it?
Well, Canon is a Canon.
Oh, Canon. Oh, I see.
Yeah, but you can buy adapters if you have Nikon lenses or whatever you want. But if you want that Canon look, spend more money on the lens and then buy the cheaper body.
Yeah.
Oh, can I talk about audio real quick?
Yep.
Zoom H4n is good, and anything by Rode is really, really good. Try and use like shotgun mics if you can. There's like a Rode NGT2, which is a really long shotgun mic, put a wind filter over the top, just put it on the camera, and that works really, really well. You can plug that into H4n, which is like an XLR kind of input body thing. But sometimes I honestly just use the inbuilt on a 60D. There's a tiny little bit of hiss, but it's still clear. So, yeah. And you can also get like a lot smaller like shotgun mics from Rode as well. I would honestly say Rode are really, really good audio.
If you already own an iPhone, you can use the voice memo app. That's what I do.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Oh, that's good.
You should go tuck it in your shirt. It's insane.
You just tuck it in there. That's funny. I want to make sure
This is the best workshop ever.
I want to make sure we get these a few more questions, just some quick ones. People in the back, guy with glasses who's trying to. Yeah. Hi.
So my question, as time goes by, a lot of you guys do your blogging with actual cameras, but as technology gets better and things like iPods and iPhones get better, a lot of people start to use those. So like for example, I have a microphone and I have my iPod. What kind of advice can you give for people who don't use cameras, but use like the other portable devices like iPods, iPhones, etc.?
The iPhone has a great camera.
Yeah.
So I feel like you can use whatever you can. At the beginning, I don't think you really need like a really nice camera and everything. Just like make videos, practice, because it doesn't matter. Like we said, if you have a great camera and you suck, I mean everyone sucks at first, so you might as well get better at it. So,
Everyone's going to suck, whether you suck on a Canon 60D or suck on a Sony Ericsson 1998, you're going to suck. Start cheap and then get better and better and better, and then think about moving forward.
Also, if you have an iPhone, selfie sticks are incredible for getting like dolly shots. Like,
They
really,
get too much shit.
Oh no, selfie sticks
Too
are
many
incredible.
people are like, oh, they're so awful. For filming, genuinely, selfie sticks are really good, and I will always stand behind that.
I did my entire Euro trip with an iPhone and a selfie stick. Last one, we're going to you in the back with the sunglasses on your head and the camo shirt. Yes, the guy standing up.
My question is, how important is like other social media besides YouTube and your brand and having a unique identity? Because I know that I follow also on Twitter, and I know if I see a tweet from Nathan, I know it's from Nathan or from they have specific voice and specific like wording to their tweets that makes it them. But Brandon, how do you do that with other social media besides just YouTube?
I think it's super important. I mean, like, it's so funny because I tried once to explain, like, the use of Twitter, like, why Twitter is a good thing to use to someone who was not online, and I struggled. I'm like, I mean, really, for me, it is like lifeblood. I need that. That's how I connect to people. That's how I know people that are posting videos, that I'm doing something, that I'm not posting videos. It's like, that is my lifeline to you guys almost all the time. Instagram is the same. Like, I mean, I can show you, like little stills of what I'm doing, little projects, whatever, people that I'm with, but it's also, it all works as a group promotional platform. Like that is my total package. So it's really, I think it's incredibly important.
I had to teach my 68-year-old dad how to use Twitter, and to this day, he's just like, what's the point in a hashtag? Why would I want to care what other people are talking about? And I was like,
It's funny, my mom makes funny hashtags.
yeah, he was just like, I don't care what people are talking about. I was like, then why are you on Twitter? Explain Twitter and like how useful it is. You kind of realize how really stupid social media is, but at the same time, we need it. Just use it in a positive way. Never use it to bitch about somebody, and only ever use it for positive things. If you haven't got something positive to say on it, don't use it. I wish I could go to my
On that note, I want to thank our panelists. Again, thank you, ALLI. Thank you,